Hey, what's going on, guys? Logdotzip here, and you may be noticing something a little strange right off the bat, and that is that we are in the middle of the overworld, yet we've got ourselves an ender crystal straight from the end. And one thing I want to show you is we are on 1.8 pre-release 3. Pretty sure 1.8 is scheduled to come out in like 2 days or something. So what I wanted to show you was how you can get one of these suckers into your main overworld using some very easy stuff. All in vanilla, all in survival vanilla. You're not going to need anything like command blocks or anything like that. You're just going to need one of these in-game currently, a few pistons, some blocks, and a little bit of patience. And I'm going to show you how you can make your very own monument. You can do whatever you want with the crystal. It doesn't have to be on a pillar. So I hope you find the little tutorial useful. If you do, a rating is always appreciated. Want to see if we can get 500 likes for any more tutorials like this that I come across. Just really depends on your guys' interest. But I hope you do enjoy it. And with that, we begin the tutorial. So there's only a few requirements. None of them are too crazy. And I'm not going to give you any hard numbers as to what you need. So just kind of bring a good amount of everything because it's going to vary from person to person. First thing you're going to need is to know where your end portal is, as well as access to the end. Second thing you're going to need is to have the ender dragon killed, but you still need to have a few ender crystals up, which means you need to kill the dragon while leaving crystals up. If you do not have any crystals left, you can't do this. The next thing you're going to need are dark oak saplings, some dirt, and a lot of bone meal. That's going to come in handy for actually getting the crystal into the main world. You're also going to need some pistons, some levers or other redstone activating objects, and a bunch of blocks in order to use the pistons to push the crystal into the overworld. Right, so here we are in the end. We've killed the ender dragon already, and we left all the crystals. Don't ask how I did it. It took way too long. Had to use enchantments and everything. But anyways, now that you've got the portal ready, what you're going to want to do is place down 4 dirt blocks, and on top of them, put down 4 dark oak saplings, and bone meal the heck out of it. And this is going to grow you a giant oak tree. From here, you're going to want to replace the bottom layer and continue to regrow dark oak saplings until this happens. And what will happen here is you'll notice down there, it grows little roots almost of more oak logs. Now, the objective we're trying to hit here is to make the logs that grow underneath break the bedrock, because we need to break the bedrock in order to be able to fit the ender crystal into the portal. Now, if you're wondering, yes, we are moving it to the mainland by putting it through the portal. Because it is an entity, it will also be teleported when placed in the portal. Now, once you've placed down a few dark oaks and given it a few attempts, you can actually trick the game into thinking that they respond here naturally, which is why you're able to continuously grow these even though there are things obstructing it. Once you've given it a few shots, you can actually move the dirt area to a different spot. Our objective is to actually get rid of that bedrock that is right in the middle, because that is what's blocking the entity. Now, if you'll notice here, it finally worked, and you'll see once I start breaking these blocks, you'll notice that the bedrock is actually missing. It has been deleted. It's going to delete parts of the portal too. That is not a big deal as long as you still have portal left, and as long as you completely got rid of that middle pillar that the egg was sitting on. If you do not get rid of that, you will not be able to fit the crystal into the portal. And I'll show you an example of that in just a little bit. Now that you've prepped the portal, you are ready for the next step, which is moving the crystal. Go ahead and press F3 plus B at the same time to see entities' bounding boxes. This is basically the hitbox. If you hit anywhere within the white outline, it will explode, which you need to avoid. So do not click on the white outline anywhere. This will aid you. Next step is to remove the layer of obsidian that is sitting just below the ender crystal. And don't worry about hitting that little bedrock add-on. That is not part of the bounding box. You can hit that and it won't cause any problems for you. But remove the lower area of the obsidian using whatever pickaxe you have or whatever means necessary, because from here you're going to move it with the pistons. You're going to see a few flickering issues when you do that. Don't worry, it will fix. But here's where things start to get a little bit interesting. This is where you're going to take your blocks, or whatever block you chose. It doesn't have to be the end stone, your pistons and your levers, and you're going to start moving the crystal using the piston. So face the piston towards the entity. Don't worry about the flickering, as I said, and start pushing and placing blocks to continuously push the ender crystal towards the portal. We need to move it into the portal. You're going to see a few issues. Air is going to start going on fire, and the crystal itself is going to light on fire. But don't worry about that. If you leave your game and rejoin it, it will completely fix it. It is just a graphical issue, as is the flickering, and that will go away once you leave the end. So just continue to push towards the portal, and as you will see, we are making a little bit of progress by doing that slowly. You're going to need to move where your piston is each time. You're going to have to place it, one piston at a time, one moving this way, one moving the other way, and eventually one moving downward. Now, in this clip, you're going to notice that I did not actually completely get rid of that center bedrock structure. There's still a single block remaining, and if you'll also notice, the entity, as a result, cannot get in. So I cannot stress to you enough, you need to make sure that you can get that completely removed from the middle. You're going to break a few of your portal blocks along the way, and that's fine. As long as you still have one that the entity can touch, it will get teleported to the mainland. From there, jump on in, and by the way, you just beat Minecraft. Congratulations. Skip through the menu if you want to, watch the credits, I don't care. But look, you'll notice the Ender Crystal, he's come along for the journey, and he is now with you. Whatever, I don't know if it's a girl or not. You can take off your F3 plus B, by the way, and now you can see it in its beautiful, not white outlined glory. Now, from here, in order to move it, it's basically the same process. You're gonna need to place this with pistons, and you still need to watch out for the hitbox. So go ahead and put it back on as I did, and from there, it's just trial and error, moving this slowly at a time, using your levers, using your pistons, and using blocks. It's some work, but you're gonna be one of the only people that's got this sucker in your mainland. Now, there's a couple things you need to be aware of, and the first thing right off the bat is this thing is a ticking time bomb. It can break at any moment at one click. All it takes is one click, and this thing is going to cause a lot of destruction. Guys, just make a mod with this or something. But yes, all it takes is one stupid friend who just wanted to troll you or doesn't know what it is. Oh, what's this do? You try and touch it, and it's gone. It will ruin your day, I promise you. If you want to mess around with maybe some builds or experiments, with how you maybe want to build around the crystal, you can, hey pig, you can actually do /summon ender crystal, and then you can choose to do the coordinates if you like. If you do just /summon ender crystal, it will summon it wherever you're at. Ooh, I got an idea. Hey pig, yeah, you're dead now. Oh, it looks like it blew up the other one as well. So yes, just be very careful when you're moving this, but other than that, guys, that is how you get the ender crystal over to main world. Again, this is in the pre-release. Minecraft 1.8 is probably about 2 days away. I don't see them changing this. It's a lot of hassle, and it doesn't really cause any bugs or anything unless you actively go out of your way to do it, which most people won't do. So I look forward to seeing a lot more ender crystals in main worlds of survival lands. And other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you did, make sure you leave a rating on the video so we can get some more tutorials going up on the channel. But other than that, I hope to see you guys later. Thanks.